This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store, Forged Irish Stout, freebets.com. Delighted to be joined with the MC in the ring, the man in the middle, Dev Sahni. I suppose different role for you tonight. Well, obviously common to yourself, but how did you look at that night, being having the best view of the house, I guess?
I mean, in terms of like if you're emceeing, it's pretty easy. You didn't have to read out any like scorecards or get a split decision or any dodgy thing right. It's just like this fella's won by knockout. This fella's won by knockout. So a thrilling night at your call. Bit of Friday night boxing where every fight ends within the distance. You don't see that very often at all.
And you don't see that on a Frank Warren show as well. We know how late they can get, mate.
Well, look, this is a nice early one for you. And plenty of fights. All of the fights ended by knockout. It was a great night. Look, you had a great night, right?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I had a great night. Listen, what can you ask for? Let's recap it. Luke McCormack debut, Moses Itauma. I suppose he's disappointed, but it's another first-round knockout. But I suppose overall recap of the night, exciting times throughout the roster, I guess.
Yeah, Moses Itauma, it was one of those stoppages where he looks disappointed afterwards. That's happened a few times in his fights, actually. He just hits too hard, and he hits them with too much hand speed, hits them too hard, and then they can't stand up to it. I don't know. Like, I guess you got to step him up. I don't know. He seems to be brilliant. That guy. Took Thomas Carty till the 8th round, and that's when Thomas Carty got him out of there. Thomas Carty's a good heavyweight, right? Moses Itauma just did that, blitzed him in a round. So special fighter. Luke McCormack also seems to be a special fighter. We know he's a GB Olympian. We know as an amateur he did pretty much everything you could do. As a pro, he's teamed up with Ben Davison, he's got AJ about, he's got all of those boys. A lot of them came to support tonight. Great vibe in that gym. He's in a great place. And every time someone who sort of knows him describes him, they just say he's an absolute animal. And what a start to his career. Can't wait for the next step.
When it comes to Moses Itauma, do you feel like he's gonna find himself in that who needs to be club? Like, who's going to want to fight Itauma? No, but when he's 18, 19, like when it comes to domestic level, do you feel like it's going to be like who's going to want to take that risk? Will Solomon Davies want to take that fight? Will Fabio Wardley want to take that fight? When it gets to that level, is there that worry?
I think he's at that point where he's just still building up, isn't he? So once he builds up more of a record and he's got even bigger profile, the profile grows, then it becomes more attractive for those guys. But you just never know. He's kind of going to be on a fast track. That's pretty clear. If they want to make him the youngest heavyweight champion ever, then guys like that may be in his way. Let's see, but he's ticking every box so far.
Another thing I did want to mention, he is just behind you, the return of Denzel Bentley, May the 11th, Danny Dignum. Looking forward to that, and obviously Sam Noakes as well as Sam Noakes out as well on April 20th with a couple exciting Queensberry events coming up.
Yeah, I mean, Denzel Bentley, we just need to see him back in the ring, right? I think he feels like that wasn't the best Denzel Bentley in there against Nathan Heaney, and if he's still the guy that took Janibek, all those rounds and performed so well, two-time British middleweight champion, if he's still that guy, then he should have a good night coming up. It's a brilliant fight. I don't know, has that been announced now?
Yeah, that has been announced. I wouldn't say that if it weren't announced. Yeah,
that was announced on TNT, yeah. Right. But yeah, brilliant fight, and Too Sharp is back. Who else did you say? Sam Noakes as well. Yeah, the TBC on the TBC, great fight at TBC, mate, but yeah. I can bet that whoever's in the opposite corner will probably get knocked out, right? He tends to knock everyone out, so that's must-watch TV.
I suppose just a final couple ones from myself. Reports tonight of Deontay Wilder versus Zhilei Zhang, June the 1st in Saudi Arabia. Great fight with two guys who have serious knockout power, and one that I'm sure you can look forward to.
I'll just say wait for official announcements on anything like that. I don't know.
The potential of the fight, though.
Obviously, potentially, it's a great fight, but to confirm, I have no knowledge of any of those fights, or the weights, or anything. I've got no idea, but I just hope for great fights.
I suppose you can't say anything or any thoughts on Dubois versus Hrgovic?
They wouldn't tell me anything. So literally, I'm also sort of sniffing around the office, being like, oh, come on, give me something. They're not telling me anything. So probably so in a scenario like this, I can't slip up, but I don't know anything. To be honest, I don't really want to know anything. I want it to be a surprise, and so should you.
Yeah. Absolutely, of course, and we'll leave this surprise for later down the line. Dev Sahni, as always, thank you for taking time to speak to me. Well done on MCing tonight, mate. You always do a grand job. So, hopefully you get the respect you deserve, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah. Top man. Thank you, mate.